What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Blue Ninja, here on Face Off Reactions. Should I even call myself the Blue Ninja? I don't even really do that that character anymore. But I say that because, you know, I started off the channel talking about what it was like being in Japan for me and my different experiences. And I saw a video online that is called, it's on Jubilee, and it's called What It's Like to Be Black in Japan. And they have like a panel. If you know anything about the Jubilee style, they put out a bunch of questions, depending on usually what it is, they put out a bunch of questions. And have people just pretty much just sharing their opinion, whether they agree or not agree, disagree, and they'll come together and talk about their opinions and whatever. That's the gist of a lot of the Jubilee stuff, at least the discussions, right? So I saw this, I was like, well, what better thing for me to react to, and you know, give my opinion. So I might do this in parts because it's a long video, and I don't really know if I have enough space on my phone, which I'm recording this on, to do the whole thing. So we're just gonna do a couple minutes and do a couple parts, and I'll give you my thoughts, and you know, let's see if I agree with what these people are saying. So let me make sure the video is ready, and okay, we'll get ready to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Like, I've been blessed with this kind of hair, like, you know.
What do you mean blessed, though?
I know where to act appropriately.
I know
situation.
one of those. I've seen one of those chicks in this video.
As soon as I walk in a room, like,
I've seen her around.
No!
Oh no, maybe I've seen her online.
The change that Japanese society can make.
I had
She looks really familiar. Maybe I've seen some of these people on TV.
before.
I don't even know why wasn't I.
Seon.
Jasmine.
Arthel.
Steven.
I'm black in Japan.
I wish I'd seen I wish I could have been part of this, but
Japan
probably because they live in
rich in history
Osaka
and
area.
culture.
That's why I'm not.
It's
And it
art,
looks like they might have done this in
music,
Stop talking. I look like they might have done this in the Tokyo area, so that's partially why I probably didn't get any idea about the call.
and food are very distinct.
And also some of these
and have made
black
their influences
people in the video
around
might
the
be
world.
real YouTubers, like big Japan
But
black
did
YouTubers.
you know that until about 150 years ago, Japan had been closed to almost all foreigners for nearly 2 centuries?
That's true.
Because of colonial rule and religious reasons, the military government, known as the Tokugawa shogunate, limited foreign ties and shut down the country's borders. In 1853, the U.S. Navy led a small expedition that strongly compelled Japan to enter trade with the West and end their isolation from the world.
History.
Today, Japan is still one of the most ethnically homogenous countries, with 98.5% of the population being Japanese. Of the remaining
Japanese.
1.5%, only 0.02% are black.
Yeah, we
Brought
in there.
together a spectrum of black people. Some are Japanese natives, while others are expats.
That girl in the front
to
is
share
cute.
their unique stories about culture, community, and the black experience
she's-
in Japan.
Yeah, she's really pretty. Seen her on another video before. In another video before. Okay, Tokyo.
It's difficult for me to get my hair done in Japan. 3.
Easy for me, brother. Boom.
2, 1.
I'm gonna go over here.
This is easy. It's easy for me.
Actually, your hair looks nice.
Now I know where to go to get my hair done. How do you get your hair
I feel like I've seen some of these people before.
Yeah.
I do
I don't know if
hair.
it's on
I also have
TV
a
or
sensitive
really
scalp, so I don't like
on
people touching my
on
hair so much.
Facebook.
But
Some
I
of
also
them.
tried experimenting with Japanese products.
Like this
because
girl
I'm here, why
talking.
not?
And how did that work for you?
Yeah, no, it does. There is a little bit of buildup, but what I do is I modify it to my tastes, so I can adapt.
I think the only downside that I come across is the maintenance part. Like, I've been blessed with this kind of hair, like, you know, I don't have an afro. It's like a mixture between like straight hair and afro, curly, so like I don't really have that much struggle when it comes to cutting
What do you
hair.
mean blessed, though?
Blessed, yeah. Blessed.
What do you mean blessed, though? You mean not
I don't mean it
kinky?
that way.
Is
I
that,
mean that
is that what you're saying? You got that good hair?
No, I'm not saying
Is
that. I'm saying.
No, I just need you to...
No, I'm not saying
She ain't playing games.
I'm saying it's a bad thing.
She ain't playing games.
Like, when
You
you
better
first
express
come
what
here, you don't
you.
even know where to go, right? Like, there are only Japanese salons and like Japanese hair cutting places. So I went to like this one Japanese shop, and like I sat there on a chair literally for almost 8 hours straight. And all I had was like, she only did like 8 cornrows. So I mean, it was like an hour per like per what's up?
Japanese person?
She was Japanese, yes.
An hour per
and it wasn't even good.
cornrow.
Like they were so big and so like.
All right, so I stopped this because I'm still working at a school, right? And working for the video kind of broke up. Anyways, so I'm still working at a how do we say this? I'm working at a school, and there's a half Japanese or Japanese and black girl who goes there. And what was so funny to me is that the first day I met her, she got really close to her. She's like 4, I think she was 4 years old. And I got really close to her, and I could smell the hair products in it that her mom used. Her mom's Japanese. Her father's from some part of Africa, if I'm correct. So I could smell the hair products that her mom was using. And I was like, wow, this really reminds me of back in the States, because you don't get, Japanese people don't typically use the same hair products, so they don't even know. And I remember there was another teacher who was helping the little girl with like a clip in her hair, and she was trying to fix it, put the girl's thing back, the clip back in the girl's hair, or whatever, to tie. And afterwards, the Japanese teacher looked at her hand, and she was like, "Oh my God, there's so much oil on my hand." And I looked at her and I was like, I was like, you don't know how to deal with black people's hair. Like, I grew up when I had hair, I do still have hair if I let it grow out, but, putting grease in my hair and whatever. So, and that feeling, all the grease and whatever. So I understood. And I was like, I actually I didn't speak to the mom because the mom was actually kind of weird. But I do remember thinking, I'd give the mom kind of credit, because at least she used a good product, or at least she knew, you gotta grease the scalp because the girl has coarse hair. So it was kind of funny. Hold on, where are we at? Let me
hour per
stop recording.
Japanese person?
Anyways, she was Japanese, yes.
An
And
hour
it wasn't even good. Like they were so big and so just frizzy. Like when I call my family, black folks, they're like, "What's wrong with your hair?"
Well, I guess for me, I'm just trying to find someone that could cut the top and do the fade.
Sion.
I go to a full Japanese barber. I started going there, and I told him yo, I need my hair to be cut like this. But he put in the time and started looking at YouTube videos himself. And I've been going there for 7 years.
But can he line you up?
And even he's taught
Can he give you the line?
Yeah, I got the double lineup, bro.
That's okay.
My name is Seon Tanaka. I was born and raised inside of Bahamas. Honestly, after leaving Bahamas, I came to Japan not really knowing much Japanese. Just going from a place where you're comfortable with to going to a place that you're uncomfortable with. I really feel like it's important for you to keep pushing yourself forward. Going into junior high school, I got basically zeros in every class. Even with that, I was still able to get into pretty great high school and pretty great university. And I'm now a full-time student and a part-time fashion model.
I have felt pressured to use skin lightening products. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
もう完全に岐阜県って田舎のそう地方のところで育ったから私の兄弟以外に同じ肌の色の人を見たことがなくてもう常に何かしらの嫌がらせとかは受けてたからずっと私のお母さんになんで黒人と結婚したのってなんで私をこの肌の色に産んだのっていうのをすごく言い続けていたしただ今は本当にすごくリスペクトしてるし自分の肌の色が大好きだしちょうど3ヶ月前ナイジェリアにしばらく行ったことがあってその時にすごいたくさんの人がブリーチを使って肌の色を白くしていたのを見た時にすごい悲しくて
I kind of understand why they do that.
So pretty.
Because they assume that becoming much lighter, you're going to have more opportunities in any kind of industry.
You're treated differently.
You're treated differently. Like, for example, if I go back to Africa, right, they'll call me boss right away just because of
They call you what?
Boss.
Boss.
Yeah, boss, please wait for a stop. No, boss, because I just have a light skin. So if you're light, you have more opportunities. And I think it also applies here. But personally,
I'm gonna say something.
I've never really gone through that kind of thing.
Oh, wait.
I knew that I looked different and I didn't want to look different. It was just a painful experience. So I didn't know about skin whitening, but I wish my skin looked like everybody else.
Okay, all right. So, I don't know too many people who have that experience. I've known a lot of, at least a good percentage of black and Japanese, mixed Japanese people, not just black and Japanese, but mixed Japanese people. But since we're talking about black in Japan, I know, and you know, we're dealing with people who are black and Japanese. And I don't know the issues they've had with skin. Actually, no, with bleaching. I've never heard any of them because they're all kind of light. But I do know that they did go through times of feeling like, you know, being discriminated against, and people make fun of them, calling them ugly, and stuff like that. But so it's interesting to hear about her with the lighting. I can understand it because, and the guy who said call him boss, if you're in a country, no, how do I say this? In Asia, the lighter you are is great. In Japan, if you have light skin, you can get different opportunities. If you look more whitish, you get different opportunities. It is what it is. And like for me, I try to do some TV, and I'm at an agency. I'm in like 2 different agencies, and I'll get one agency. They'll send just general ads of what companies are looking for, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. And I'll get the ad, and I'll be reading, and it'll pay pretty decent, and they're like, okay, I can do this, and it'll say like what type of person I'm looking for, and it'll just say Caucasian, and those are usually the jobs that are paying the most. And sometimes it's just like, why? It's like, oh, golf, or it's like, okay, I guess almost the image of golf maybe pretty white, except for Tiger Woods. I'm not really into golf, so maybe the other people of different ethnicities in golf that I don't know about. But if I'm looking at like, it's like, oh, you know, we just need an international wedding picture photo. Okay, Japanese woman, male, Caucasian. It's always like, it's just the image of the light skin, and that white is glorified still in Japan and everywhere around the world. It is what it is. Can talk a little bit more about that, but it's just, you come to accept it after a while, you know? You come to get used to it. So it is what it is. I don't know. Sucks. You kind of get used to it. You see it in a dating scene. You see it in a lot of different areas living in Japan. I used to really get frustrated about it, especially in the dating scene. I used to just notice like how much people just love light skin. Forget about dating. Like I had this coworker this is my second year in Japan. I think about my second, because she came up around the second year of my company. And nice girl, it's a white girl from the Midwest. And one thing you kind of notice is that you never notice when people are looking at you, but you notice when they're not looking at you, if you know what I'm saying. So I would notice that when we were walking, I could see the eyes of people who would be looking at her, and like I could just see everyone that's like look at this girl, like, you know, and everyone be, oh, she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and if I didn't, the glorification that people were giving her, I didn't really see it. I thought she was all right, you know, whatever. Though she's an average looking girl. Mid. Oh no, you know, it's fine. But you could just see like how the eyes looked like it's something, and I thought it was weird because I'm thinking, I'm surprised people aren't staring at me more, because I'm the one who looks more different than them. Skin color, complexion. I think you can find a little bit more similarities between a white person and a Japanese person and a black person. The Japanese, at least a white person, I think can get lost in the sea of Japanese people, at least because of the skin. If I'm in the sea of Japanese people, not unless I'm in like a place where people are more tanned, and even still, I'm really for a Japanese person, I'm dark. Most Japanese people aren't even as dark as these girls who are half these people in the video who are mixed Japanese. So find it interesting. Anyways, let's cut this video right now, and we'll pick it up in a part 2. So what do you think? What do you guys feel about this? You like the video? If you do like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment. I'd love to hear some comments, and we'll continue later on. So thank you for watching Face Off Reactions. Blue Ninja here. See you next one. Deuces.